Hey everybody, welcome to another episode from Holsinger's Fly Shop. Today I'm giving you a dry fly pattern. This is a great summertime pattern even though it's wintertime here, but I'm filling some orders that I have to tie, and this was one of them, and I really like the looks of it. I haven't tied this one before, so I thought I'd share it with you. It's a Hi-Vis Ant, and it's easy actually. It's pretty easy to tie. It's a parachute, and I haven't tied a parachute for a while on here, so I figured I'd share that with you. What I'm using for the parachute post is this material from Fooling Mills. It's ultra dry yarn. We have it in a couple different colors at the shop, a couple good colors that are cider colors like pink that I'm going to be using in here. And really makes a nice cider for a post for your dry flies or spinner wings. So it's really cool material. I really like using it. Another thing I'm going to point out here, Semperfli wax thread that I use in here. It's a little bit more than UTC thread whenever you buy it. However, it's more than twice the amount that you get for less than twice the price. So price per foot is way cheaper on this stuff. This wax thread, it seems like the spool never goes empty. So if you're looking for an alternative to UTC thread, which is hard to get anyways right now, try out Semperfli's wax thread. Anyways guys, here's the picture of the fly and then the material list to tie it. Okay, here you see the Hi-Vis Ant in the vise here. Really cool pattern and pretty easy. A little bit of work you can get it if you're a beginner. For a hook, we're going to use a Firehole. This is a 315. This is a caddis hook, and you can use whatever kind of hook you like. I like the little bit bigger hook gap here. For thread, I'm using some 6/0 classic wax thread from Semperfli, and really been liking using this wax thread here. For dubbing, we're going to use some black squirrel dubbing from SLF, and you can use any kind of black. You can use, you know, super fine or whatever. Just get a black dubbing here. Tie them in brown if you want a brown colored ant, or a black and a brown body, either one. Experiment, see what they like in your area. And we're just going to wrap that on there. I'm going to go around the bend of the hook a little bit. We're going to put the butt section of this fly on. And I want to make it just a little bit thicker than that. So I'm going to add a little bit more dubbing. I'm just going to create a ball back here. There we go. Once I get that ball on, we're just going to come up to the eye, and we're going to do the same thing up there to create the head on this fly. Go thin on it. Don't go thick here. Go thin on your dubbing and build it up with wraps. Don't try to do it all at one time with thick dubbing. You can have more control over it this way. Now you see I'm leaving a space in between there. That's what I want. And I like that space in between. That's pretty good. Next thing we're going to add is some Fooling Mills dry fly yarn, ultra dry yarn. And I'm going to use two colors. I'm going to use the pale yellow and the pink, fluorescent pink. And I'm just going to use two colors. Just, you know, you might see one in a different light situation a little bit better than the other color. So we're just going to put that on there, get a couple wraps in the middle. And then I'm going to make a post out of this. So I'm going to lift it up, and I'm going to make a couple wraps around the post. And if I got a little bit too much material there, that's fine. I'm just going to trim it off. I'm going to shorten my material, make it easier for me to work with. And then we're going to wrap up and down this post till we get a nice smooth surface on it. Then I'm going to come back down here on the body again, and I'm going to put some legs on this fly. For legs, I'm just simply using some black flex floss, and I'm going to put one on each side. And I'm just going to make a couple wraps in front of the post and a couple wraps behind the post with those legs. And that, as you see, will help flare them out. So I'm going to do one on each side there. and I'll just have 2 legs. I'm not getting particular and having three legs, or 6 legs on this ant. Trout aren't going to stop and take time to count that, and I'm not going to take time to tie it. So as you see there, I got 2 down each side, and that gives me some legs. Just give it a little bit extra motion when it's on top of the water. Next thing I'm going to use is a black hackle. This is off a cape, and just a nice big long black hackle here, and I'm going to strip the butt section off of it, strip those fluffy feathers off the bottom, get me a little point to tie in with. And I'm going to tie that in on the back section behind the post. I'm going to make 2 or 3 wraps behind the post, and then I'm going to lift up this feather and I'm going to wrap it around the post. And this is how we make the parachute. We just lift it up, wrap it around the parachute a couple times, and then come back down. Now, once we have our post up there, we're just going to take our hackle fiber and we're going to wrap it around. I'm going to get probably 5 or 6 wraps going down this post. And once I get down to the bottom, each wrap going under the last. And when I get down to the bottom, I like to tilt my vise a little bit, and I want to wrap around this. So not trapping my legs, I'm going to go over my body and my legs and under the hackle, and I'm going to get 5 or 6 wraps around there so I get it nice and secure. Once I get it secure, then I'm going to go once around the body, pull my hackle fibers out of the way here, go under the body once, and then I'm going to come up on that eye, and it's just a little bit easier way to tie this. This here pattern is that hackle gets a little wild with those legs and everything in there, so it's a little bit easier to tie it off at the eye rather than at the post. But you can tie it off at the post if that's the way you prefer. Snip that off. I'm going to come in, snip off my hackle, and then my post. I want to pinch up my posts all together here, and like a 1/4 inch above. This is just a little bit something to be visible on top. You can see there, just something that I can see in my fly. My legs, you can see, are just a hair long, so I'm going to cut them about the length of my hackle. And there we have it. That is all that's to this dry fly ant. Pretty easy fly to tie. Okay guys, hope you liked that fly. Really easy fly, going to be a great summertime fly, catch a lot of trout whenever the trout start switching over to terrestrials. Summertime, I use a lot of ant patterns, sunken ants, floating ants, both. They work great in the summertime. I know it's not summertime now when I'm making this video, but hey, you got to get ready somehow. So anyways guys, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Drop a comment down there, anything if you're ready for summer, let me know what patterns you want to fish this summer. Just thanks for reaching out and commenting and really liking my videos here lately, guys. We've been jumping up pretty good here in the views and stuff, and I really appreciate it. So if you like it and you want any of the materials you need to tie this fly, check them out at our website at holsingersflyshop.com. And like I said, this is actually a fly from a custom order that I'm doing for a guy. And, you know, if you have a custom order that you want, I can tie up anything you want. Just send me a picture of what you want and I can get it done for you. So send that to holsingersflyshop@gmail.com. So thanks for watching, guys. Until I bring you another video next week, I'm Shawn Holsinger.